everybody. Welcome to the first version of Ask Todd. I'm Todd, and this is my first of likely many blog posts. A couple of weeks ago, I did a kind of said something out there. I said, "Hey, if you want an answer to a question, and I know the answer, I'm happy to address it in a blog post, and that way it'll benefit all those people because chances are, questions that you have individually, likely other people have questions about." So I didn't know what I was going to call this. I thought I was going to call it maybe In the Queue with Todd or something like that. But we'll just call it Ask Todd since that's just kind of simple. So that's what you're looking at or listening to right now is Ask Todd, and I'm going to give you the answer. So the first question comes from, there are many questions, and I just had to pick one. The first question comes from, where'd he go? Rodrigo. I don't know where he's at. My question is, how do you keep going through hard times? My why is excellent, but there are days that I just don't see growth happening or I'm too tired to do the business. Could you elaborate on that and tell us how you personally overcame hard times? So for me, and again, I can only answer this question from my own experience. I actually got interviewed earlier today on a radio show, and the question came up about how I got started in the business and things that were taking place early on in my career. I didn't make money for the first 2 years I did network marketing. So literally, I was in the business for 2 years and had basically zero money to show for it. And, I could have very easily quit and bailed out. And it was very, very frustrating. There were times where I was saying, hey, God, why not me? What's wrong with me? Am I not good enough? Here I am. I'm showing up. I'm working hard. I'm showing up every day. I'm doing what I think I'm supposed to be doing, but it's just not happening for me. And, I know that happens a lot for, quite a few people in network marketing. They get in, they get going, and they don't see things happen for them as fast as they'd like them to. So I'll give you a couple things. Number one, I really think it's important that everybody understands that skills take time to accumulate. And these are things like, a lot of people don't want to hear this stuff. Skills take time to accumulate. People take time to accumulate. Volume takes time to accumulate. First it's you, then it's you and a couple people, then it's you and a few others, then it's you and a few more. And that takes time. And oftentimes it takes more time than most individuals think it's going to happen. So what happens is, it happened to me, I overpromised and underdelivered on my own expectations, and that's kind of a recipe for disaster. I thought I'd be making 10 grand a month in 90 days, and I wasn't making anything really, and I quit my job 3 months into my first network marketing business, big mistake, and ended up having creditors chasing me and phone calls and having to go home and move back to my parents' house in bunk beds. And that's not very much fun when you're like in your early 20s and trying to date. Bunk beds, dating doesn't go hand in hand. So, how do you make it through tough times? For me, again, I can only come from my own personal experience, and looking back, like the tough times, it's like, okay, I saw it was possible. It was happening for other people. I saw the potential of network marketing. Conceptually, it made sense to me. You build this business, whatever you represent this product or service, you sell it to end users, you make a retail profit, you build a sales team, you recruit other people, teach them how to do the same thing, you make a profit on their productivity, and so on and so forth. And so the concept made enough sense for me to, go, okay, it's worth hanging out here long enough for me to figure this out. And there were some tough times. There were definitely some very, very lean years where I was questioning my sanity, if you will. But I wanted success bad enough to hang in there long enough to make it happen for me. It was just one of those things where it's like I looked at my alternatives or my options, and I could have gone and gotten a job, and I probably could over time got a good job, if you will, and made some decent money, but probably to not have the kind of freedom that I have today. The beauty of network marketing when you get it going is, you control your life. You get up when you want, go to bed when you want, take a break when you want, whatever. I mean, you own your life, and that's something that was really, really important to me. So how I guess maintained my sanity and kept in there during those tough times was just, seeing my eye on the ball and knowing that over time, if I continued to keep doing what I was doing, continue to work on my skills, and I didn't keep changing companies, and I didn't stop and go. If I just stayed at it, over time that would happen for me, and I'd finally see those things that I knew were possible and that were happening for other people. And it's a very challenging thing for a lot of people. I mean, I can feel the energy in my body. I can feel it right now, like that time, just like, oh, it's like, why is this not happening? I'm so frustrated. When am I going to finally find good people that are going to do this business? Everybody that I sign up, they don't do anything, and like they quit, and you know, and it was challenging, and you have to just be willing to, you know, push through those lean times to get to the other side. I know it's, you know, it may not be like, oh, I wish you had some magical answer, but it's just like knowing the core reasons why I was doing the business, like what I really wanted to have in my life. And for me, I value time freedom. I value time freedom probably more than anything else. Being able to just do what I feel like doing when I feel like doing it, not having to ask somebody for permission to take a day off because I want to take my kids to the movies, or because I just didn't feel like working that day, or because I wanted to go on a trip and I could do it on my schedule rather than when it fits into the vacation schedule of the company. I mean, those are such high value things to me, and I knew that network marketing could provide that if I was willing to stay in there long enough. So I was able to make my way through the pain and through the lean times to get to that other side. And looking back, you know, I can say personally, you know, if somebody said, was it worth it? Then, yeah, absolutely, 100%, 110%. I know that's not possible to do 110%, but yes, it was worth it for me. So, you know, that's my answer for you, Rodrigo, for pretty sure it was Rodrigo, after I've been going for a little while. Rodrigo, I don't know where you're at, buddy, otherwise I'd mention the state or the country you're from. But hey, that's version number 1, or whatever we want to call it, for Ask Todd. If you want to ask me a question, have me address it on my blog, all you got to do is send my, in fact, I'll put it down here, I'm sure, but send an email to support@toddfalcone.com. Make sure you have Ask Todd in the subject line. Give me your question, and I will look at your question and do my best to respond in a timely manner. That's it. We'll see you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.